Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today, we are checking out a very cool mod, but before we get into that, I do have a quick update. We took a brief delay yesterday and didn't upload because we were setting up our new PC build. That's right, we are now recording on a 3080 and a 5800X for our CPU, which means hopefully a big improvement in the content that I'm putting out for you guys. And the only reason I'm bringing this up now is to give a big shout out to the people who could make this happen. One of which is a good friend of mine, NuclearMelon, who was featured on the very brief podcast that we tried to do a few months back, who is the one that actually gave me the deal on the 3080 in the first place. So a big shout out to him, because without him this would be impossible. And another shout out to Djiant on YouTube. I will link his channel below. He's going to start producing some Fallout content, hopefully really soon. He helped me walk through setting up Fallout 4 and getting all the kinks worked out, because my 3080 was not happy with Fallout when I transferred over, and we worked for a while and got it into a nice, beautiful, stable state for you guys. So that's where we're at now. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So today we are checking out the HK G3 battle rifle by Subleader 100 and Luchador Dev. I'm so happy to be taking a look at another one of Subleader's weapons, as they are always really incredible, and this is by far my favorite weapon mod in a very long time. This thing is chock full of a ton of really cool, unique features, custom animations, a ton of customization. Everything you could pretty much want in a weapon mod, it is right here. And I've had a favorite G3 mod for a long time, and I didn't think that you could do better, but let's just say this one is giving it a run for its money for sure. So first of all, this weapon is available on PC and Xbox, which is really awesome for you Xbox guys, although I'm sure that the download is going to be quite hefty, as there is a lot of content in this one. And all of the textures and models, everything is just beautiful, but it's definitely worth it for this mod. This weapon can be found in the world, as it does have a leveled list patch, which will allow you to find the weapon on gunners starting at level 20. There are also two unique versions, one of which can be found on the roof of the Mass Fusion building, and the other one will be in the old Gullet sinkhole. And there are actually technically two weapons added. On top of those unique weapons, there is the G3 itself and also the HK51, which is a shorter, more CQB version of the weapon. Now, let's go ahead and check out the base stats before we take a look at all of the different variants. So for the standard HK G3A3, keeping in mind that my character is a higher level, so the damages may not be exactly the same, we have a base damage of 96, it shoots 308 rounds, has a fire rate of 59, a range of 155, an accuracy of 80, a weight of 8.1 pounds, and a value of 750 caps. As for that HK51, we have a base damage of 110, shooting at 308 rounds, a fire rate of 59, a range of 107, accuracy of 76, a weight of 6.4 pounds, and a value of 1,470 caps. Now, as for those unique weapons, you have the Crippling Advanced Heat, which is the HK91A2 used by Val Kilmer in the movie Heat. Does more damage to limbs, and this is the one that is found on top of the Mass Fusion building. As for our next one, we have the Nocturnal HK-G3SD, which reads, "You are a horrible person if you use this weapon." So that's nice. Which has the integrated suppressor with the SD handguard. Pretty cool looking. Really like this one. So when it comes to animations for this mod, we actually have a ton of variety, which is a nice little surprise. So first of all, with the regular weapon, when we equip it, we get the nice HK slap, and then you put it away. Whereas if you have an equipped extendable stock, you actually extend it. And then the putting away animation is the same, I believe. But back to the regular one, we have our custom melee animation, which is nice, and grenade throwing as well. And then our beautiful reload animation. Which is actually different if you have the quick eject mag. And there are also alternative animations you can select. Which also have their own unique quick eject animations. And then finally, of course, the drum mag. And now we move on to the modifications, and there are a lot for this thing. So for the G3, we have your standard allotment of receivers. Not much is different here. It is basically the same as most automatic weapons in a vanilla Fallout 4, so we're not going to cover that because there's a lot more to cover here. Here are our magazines, which we just went over with the reload animations. You have the regular and the alt reload, and then quick ejects for both, as well as a drum magazine. For sights, we have a ton of sights, all of which need see-through, or most of which need see-through scopes to work properly. We have the Comp M4, the Doctor 3, the EOTech 552 with a tan version, Cobra, LCO, MRO, Mars, OKP7, SRS-02, the T1 Red Dot, the PKAS 1.5 times, the Comp 4 with magnifier, the EOTech with magnifier also in tan, Cobra, Mars, OKP7, all of which with magnifiers, the ACOG 4 times, the C79 4 times, the Su-230 4 times, also in tan, the SUSAT 4 times, the USOTS 6 times, the Vortex Strike Eagle 6 times, the Hunting Scope 7 times, the Leupold M3A 10 times, and the Walther 8 times. For handguards, we have the G3 handguard, the alt handguard, which is black, no bipod, handguard with a bipod, handguard with the bipod closed, the PSG-1 sniper handguard, the Picatinny rail handguard, the Picatinny handguard covered, the Picatinny handguard fully covered, the Picatinny handguard fully covered with band. For barrels, we have the G3 barrel, the G3SG1 barrel, the G3 short barrel, the PSG-1 long barrel, and the G3 barrel with bayonet. For muzzles, we have the G3 muzzle, the G3SG1 muzzle, the Noveski flash hider in regular green and tan, the LLC muzzle brake, the Surefire muzzle brake, the Surefire suppressor, also in tan, also wrapped, and wrapped with an alternate texture. For grips, we have the G3 grip, the alt grip, which is black, the G3SG1, and the G3SG1 alt, which go between black and green as well. For the stock, we have the G3 stock, the G3 wood stock, G3SG1 stock, the PSG-1 stock, the G3 collapsing stock, which has that custom animation, a folded version of that stock, the CTR stock unfolded, the Daniel Defense stock, also unfolded, the UBR stock, also unfolded, the Viper stock, unfolded as well, the VLTOR stock, also with an unfolded version. We also have damage modifiers from -100 all the way up to 100. And finally, body, we have the G3A3 and the G3SG1, which has some cleaner metal textures. And now we are here for the testing portion of the video, which is going to be a little bit different from normal. Usually it's a combat situation, but to be a little bit more fair and just, we're going to have 2 Deathclaws set up. We're going to test the weapon twice, one with the least amount of damage possible and the other with the most, using no damage modifiers, just the receiver upgrades. And we're going to take shots at the chest and see how many it is for the Deathclaw to drop. So, starting with the base G3, right at the chest of the Deathclaw, and we'll count them out. So as we saw, 3 shots. This thing is pretty good, although my character is a higher level, which we will be fixing soon for future mod reviews, but for now, nice and quick for a higher level character. As for a fully upgraded G3 with a 100 round mag, my guess is you won't even need that magazine size. Yep, 2 shots and this thing is done for. So that is the G3. Hopefully I didn't miss anything because there was a whole lot to cover with this one. But by all means, feel free to check it out for yourself. It will be linked in the description below, both versions for PC and Xbox. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you want to try that mod out, it will be linked down below, and if you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like. It helps us get in that algorithm and gets more mod recommendations to the people that want them. And if you do enjoy this and you want to see more mod reviews in the future, consider subscribing. We've got plenty more to come and a bunch already on the channel. So with that, again, thank you guys for watching, and I really do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.